What is up, guys? EcoVP back with another video. I know I haven't posted in about a month or two, but we finally got the new bike in. So today I'm going to show you guys how to put it together. We're going to do a test, ride around, and we're going to have some fun. Let's get straight to it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to unbox the main box. It has the bike in it. Then we're going to unbox the forks, and then later on we'll get to the battery and front wheel. We're going to cut each of these straps off the bike. I'm just using a pair of wire cutters to do this easily. Alright, so we have all the straps off the box. They're all over there on the floor. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to just simply lift up and pull out all the staples fully on the top of the box. As you can see, the bike is double boxed to ensure that your bike comes unscathed from shipping. And just like that, the box is open. You can see the tire right there. So if you open the top, flip the bike over to its side. I just press the staples closer to each other so to make sure this doesn't open up. But now what we're gonna do is we're going to open up the bottom of the box so we can just slide the box up and over off the bike. Alright, so we opened up the bottom of the box, as you can see. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try to put this flap under the box, or you can just cut both of these flaps off so that you can flip the box back upright and slide it up and off the bike. So what I decided to do was cut the flaps off. So I got myself a box cutter out of my toolbox. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here, right to the front of the box, and we're going to just cut this flap off. I'm doing this, be careful, because these staples are still poking out. So it might be smart to tape them down on the other side so you don't end up scratching yourself. That's what I'm doing right now. Fully against my arm. Flaps off, so they are sitting over there on the ground, and now I'm going to flip the box back upright and slide it right up and over the bike. And just like that, the bike is out of the box. Already you can see you have your charger, you have your pedals over there. They give you a bunch of little spacers. These are for your battery and other stuff, so I'm gonna make sure you get these out the way. Also in here you have your tools like the Allen keys, extra screws, extra spacers, and everything you need to put the bike together is all in these bags and boxes. So we're gonna finally do the unveil. We're gonna start ripping all of this foam off the bike. Nice, look at that stealth look. Matte black. With all the foam off the bike, we can finally take a better look at everything inside. Already I can see some key differences between the Cyclone 1.0 and the Cyclone 2.0. The first difference is this motor This motor is huge and this is beefy. Already you can tell by just looking at it compared to my old one. The next thing we're gonna do is we're going to cut the zip tie that is holding the bearings in place while shipping to make sure these weren't gonna fall out. We're gonna get the front forks and we're gonna install them so we can flip the bike right side up and finish installing everything else. We're going to open up the box holding the forks, see how they look. They look a beautiful gold color. Alright, we have the forks out of the box. It came with the top cap, the star nut already installed. We already have the top spacer and top bearing that goes up here already on the forks. So this should be a very easy and quick install. Okay, so at this time you should be grabbing the bag that has all the extra parts, including the tools you need, as in the Allen keys. Go ahead and loosen off the top crown and take it off so that you can slide it on to the bike. With those screws loose, you can now slide off the top crown, remove the top, also remove the bearing and bearing holder. Make sure you leave this cap because this is what holds the forks to the bottom bearing and you do not want to move that. All you need to do is slide the forks on up into the bike. Make sure that this cable is going through the side right here because this is your rear brake. So now I just want to make sure it slides all the way in. Now before we do anything else, you want to make sure you grab your front brake, which is this right here, and you want to make sure it goes in between your forks as well, and just rest it over here. So it should look something like this. Front brake, rear brake. Now this bike is black and gold and I plan on keeping it that way, so I don't want to have any of this blue here, so I'm glad they included the black ones as well. So we're going to switch over to the black. So what we'll need to grab from this pile is the black top cap, the black cap, and this silver ring that holds in the bearing. After you have the silver ring fully slid onto the bearing, next thing you want to do is you want to grab the black cap and slide that also over the forks. Don't worry if your forks start moving a little bit because this does give resistance. And just like that, it should be able to just sit on top. And it's okay if there's a gap because once you tighten everything down with the star nut, it'll compress itself. Now that we have everything on, we can grab the top crown and slide it onto the forks as well. We need to do some finesse, but it slides right on. After the top cap is on, go ahead and get your Allen key again, and just for now, tighten the top crown on just a little bit so it doesn't slide off the forks again while you're moving the bike around. I'm gonna attempt to do with one hand while recording. Actually, I'm gonna put the phone down. All right, and now we have the bike sitting upright. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the handlebars and light on, and then after that I'm going to put the front wheel on, and then we'll put the battery inside the bike and charge it up to go for a ride. So now that you have your handlebars, the first thing you want to do is you want to slide on your display buttons. Then you want to slide on your rear brake, and then you want to slide on your light switch. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to loosen up the stem, lights, and top crown so then I can put a top cap on and tighten everything down to make sure there's no wobble in the front forks. Okay, now that I have everything loosened up, I'm going to put on the top cap right here into the star nut. I'm just going to tighten this down. You'll find your front wheel in the second biggest box. Alright, there's some foam protecting the wheel. As you can see, there is a 203mm rotor. Alright, the next thing we're gonna put on is the battery. The battery is in that box. I made a very sad dad joke earlier. I was like, oh my gosh, the brand's called Estrapz, and there's straps on the... We're gonna be careful unboxing this. Alright, with the box open, here we have all the cords. And as you can see, this is a 120 amp to 600 volt. Okay, so now the battery is inside the bike. Everything's connected. I put foam here and here to have no gaps between the battery and the panel, so there'll be no rattling inside. I'm going to stick some foam in the top as well, and then everything will be closed up and we'll be done. All right, the bike is almost fully assembled, so now it's time to plug it up. So we're gonna open the charger box. Okay, we have the other grip along with the charger. Okay, we have the charger out the box. Here are the specs on the charger. Here is the manual to the charger. Put the rear light on, you have to take the seat off. Then you're exposing the wire right here, which lines up with the rear light. Moment of truth. Did I hear a beep? Okay, when you turn the bike on, apparently it beeps now. Do that again. Check out if the lights work. Your front light. Here's the rear light. And these should be, there you go. They are adaptive. Lights, so if I pull the rear brake, there we go.
It's a motorcycle, like if you have it on, it's always. Oh, are you recording? I'm sorry, dude. Start over.